Have you ever felt like you're just over it and really need a hard reset? You know, when you feel overwhelmed, overloaded, and overstimulated. Last year, life handed me my ASS. My mom got cancer, my favorite aunt died, and someone very close to me was struggling with substance use. And I have daycare toddlers, so the amount of times I was called to come pick up my sick babies was enough to drive me crazy. Was life messy? Yes. But did I let it stop me from achieving my goals? No. And I have reset routines to thank for that. Want to know how to stop letting life circumstances get in the way of your greatness? Well, you don't have to be perfect. You're human, and yes, life is happening, but that doesn't mean you have to let falling off track from time to time stop you from reaching your greatest potential. Which is why in this video, I'm going to give you a fail-proof way to get your sanity back and reach unstoppable success using reset routines. What are reset routines, you might ask? They're like having bumpers at the bowling alley. They keep you on track and they help you not fall in the gutter, so to speak. And don't worry, these are easy to implement, and I'm going to give you specific tips and hacks to make sure you actually do these reset routines that have worked for me and many other women that I've helped implement them. So let me show you how to turn things around no matter what chaos you're facing in life. To start, let's address the daily chaos that interrupts our grind. Ever wake up in the morning with anxiety, your mind running over that never-ending to-do list, and the weight of the day already pressing down on you before your feet even touch the ground? The magic pill for that type of overwhelm is in what you do each day. Here's the easiest way to think about it. Resetting each day is like running a restaurant. The opening and closing routines are the pillars that allow the restaurant to function each day. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know that the morning team comes in early to set everything up before the store opens, and the PM team, which I used to work on in college most of the time, stays after to close everything down and prepare for the next day. But how do you apply this type of efficiency to your own life so you can get rid of that type of overwhelm? It lies in your morning and evening routine. In my course, Systemize Your Goals, I teach my students my 3-7 time blocking method, and the morning and the evening routines are like the crucial pieces of bread to a sandwich that make the whole method work so smoothly. So here's what I advise to create your own morning and evening routines to reset each day. I want you to think of your morning routine as launching and think of your evening routine as landing. Launching your day is all about starting your day feeling grounded and set up for success. So ask yourself, what can I add to my morning routine that will help me start the day feeling like a human, feeling grounded, and launches me and my family into a successful day? If you want ideas, be sure to check out my morning routine video, which I'll link at the end of this video. Landing your day is all about winding down. It's all about closing shop, if you will, and preparing for the next day. Ask yourself, what can I do in the evening to feel ready for tomorrow and help me wind down from today? For example, I end my day with tidying the kitchen after dinner, a clutter check, my kids' bedtime routine, followed by skincare, a little bit of TV or mindful coloring depending on how I'm feeling, and then end with reading or journaling and a quick gratitude practice with my husband. But here's the thing, managing our daily stress is only one part of the battle against life's chaos. Next, I'm going to show you how to control all the things going on in your life that can leave us feeling mentally overloaded. So here's what I mean. By the end of the week, your home feels chaotic. The laundry is piled up, the fridge is half empty, and you have a scattered to-do list with unchecked boxes. You've probably feel behind, you probably feel demotivated. It's not just the messy house or the chaotic to-do list, it's the guilt that you should have it together, that things should be more put together. Each Monday, you promise yourself you'll get on top of things, but the chaos creeps back in. The problem is you don't have a system to control the process of doing everything you want to get done. So when I first became a mother, the shift from busy workaholic that had time to just make things work to an organized mom boss and efficient mom boss that I like to see myself as now, that shift wasn't easy. Even though I was a mom and a wife with a home to manage, I still had big career goals and ambition, and balancing it all felt impossible at first. So I quickly started using my planner again, but no matter how cute the planner was, it wasn't enough to help me get in control of my home and my career. It wasn't until I created a weekly system to manage my time, my tasks, and household that things start to really turn around in addition to using that planner. And when I started sharing this process with other moms I was working with, I knew that I had struck gold with this technique and this system that actually works. So next, I'm going to show you how to create a weekly reset routine, which if this is the only thing you take away from this video, this has the power to drastically change your life for the better. Your weekly reset routine should include 3 major activities, and it doesn't have to be done all in the same day. In fact, mine spans from Friday to Sunday. The first one is your weekly review. This is when you will sit down to manage your tasks and your to-do list. The system I teach in my course, Systemize Your Goals, combines techniques from getting things done and building a second brain, and involves my COPE method because it really does help you cope with the chaos in life. I do my weekly review on Fridays, and I have a free weekly review checklist linked below that comes in a Notion template checklist that you can reset each week with that little click of a button, or I have the PDF for my girlies that like the paper. So for time's sake, in this video, your weekly review should include capturing all the to-dos and ideas you might have laying around in your head. Then you organize those items for actionability, which basically means organize them in a way that makes them easier to take action, like the Tiago Forte second brain system, organizing them in tasks, projects, life areas, or resources. Then you're going to prioritize which tasks need to be done in the coming week, and you're going to schedule out those others for after this coming week. I also take time to do other things during my weekly review, like track my goals and my habits. And you end with engaging with what you just processed, which leads me to the second activity in your weekly reset, which is your weekly planning. I do my weekly planning directly after my weekly review in my paper planner, and it usually takes about 20 minutes unless I'm just kind of like enjoying myself and kind of doing a little bit extra. This is my time to time block and schedule the tasks that I determined I would do in this coming week. I also reflect on last week's wins and challenges, and I set my intention and priorities for this coming week. Then the last part of my weekly reset is generally divided up amongst the weekend, and those are my weekly non-negotiables. I do this on the weekend because I'm a working woman and I work during the week, but if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you have maybe a more flexible schedule, you may be able to squeeze in some of these things during the week. So they don't have to be done on the weekend, but if you work, it's probably most easy to do them on the weekend. So these live as calendar events in my digital calendar as placeholders so I don't forget them, because they really are the glue that keeps me and my family running. So they are recurring events in my digital calendar. That way, when I go to plan my week in my paper planner, when I refer to my digital calendar, they always have a spot in my week. My current weekly non-negotiables are things like meal planning, groceries, meal prep, putting away laundry, and picking out the kids' outfits for the week. My 1 hour weekly home blessing and self-care. I also will try to do 1 hour of decluttering or deep cleaning in a zone of my home just to stay on top of home management. I should say, as a working mom, I do outsource things that I can, like I use Poplin each week, which is an app kind of like Uber for your laundry that cleans and folds your laundry, and we have a house cleaning team that comes once a month. But even with controlling all the minutia in your life, how do you reset when you've fallen off track with your goals? Let me give you a reset routine that puts achieving your goals on autopilot. Have you ever walked into a room with a purpose, and then when you get in there, you totally forgot why you came in that room in the first place? That's what it's like setting big goals and letting life throw you off track. Even with the best of intentions, we can sometimes forget our purpose, the why behind our hustle, and the next thing you know, we're completely off track with our goals. So here's how you can use a monthly reset to put your goals on autopilot. The first step, and really a tip that I have for you with this, is to do this at the beginning of each month so it can serve as an easy cue. A lot of us don't end up planning our month or don't do our monthly reset because you don't know where to put it. Just put it at the first of the month so it can be an easy reminder. Step 2 is to review your quarterly goals and last month's goals so you can keep on track. So are you still on track with your quarterly goals? Well, how did you do with your progress last month? Step 3 is to plan your month to align with those quarterly goals. If you want my Mod Ambition Planner, I have quarterly planning pages, monthly, weekly, and daily, so you can stay on track along with that goal planner. It really is designed to help you stay on track with your goals. So take a look if you want a little more support in this area. And then to reset for the month, you can also do those less frequent things that you devised in your habits and routines for the month. You use my habits and routines organizer, or here are a few ideas that you might want to consider adding, like tracking metrics, redecorating, looking for new recipes to add for your meal plan, organizing something in your home, budgeting, or maybe just a quick road trip or weekend trip to reset. Okay, now that you know how to stay on track with your goals, let's talk about hard resetting your goals to make quantum leaps fast. You set ambitious goals at the start of the year. Usually most people may be launching a side hustle or improving your work-life balance, but by spring or fall, you realize you haven't made much progress. You feel stuck and probably unmotivated. It's not just disappointing to see your goals neglected, it's that creeping dread that you're running out of time to make meaningful progress in your life and to really reach your potential. The answer answer to fight against the yearly cycle of new year, say me, is to shift from annual thinking actually to period thinking. Specifically to start thinking of your goal getting in 12-week sprints using the 12-week year system instead of just yearly goals, which is why a quarterly reset may be just the reset button you need to reach your goals faster actually. The quarterly reset is similar to the monthly reset. Instead, you are course correcting to set quarterly goals to align with your moon goals, which are your midterm 1 to 3 year goals. You're also accounting for your season of life that you're in at this quarter now and building momentum by strategizing to capitalize on previous quarters to help you get to your moon goals faster. So here's how you're going to do that. So you start by reviewing your last quarter goals. How did you do? What progress did you make? And what do you maybe need to move into this next quarter as well if you didn't make as much progress? You're also going to review your moon goals. Those are those 1 year goals and your progress towards them and decide what still needs to be done. Before actually deciding on those quarterly goals, you're also going to take stock of the season that you're in this particular quarter that you're moving into and the priorities for that quarter. Like, is it holiday season? Is it, your child's birthday? Those kinds of things. And then you're also going to streamline your efforts. So before setting those quarterly intentions, those quarterly goals, thinking about how can I streamline, how can I prioritize so that I am really consolidating my energy and efforts to be most effective. But we want to make sure all of this effort and grinding continues to serve our highest self and our evolving self. Every reset routine so far has been in service of your biggest dreams. But what if our desires change? And how do we reset to make sure we're accounting for how we change over time? The answer lies in your yearly alignment ritual, I like to call this. I started doing a yearly reset routine in my early 20s, and it just may be the common denominator in all my successes, from getting my PhD to getting married to getting our dream house to even getting our beautiful little babies. They all started as seeds planted during my yearly reset ritual. So here's some things to consider for your own yearly becoming reset, which might be a better way to call it. You can consider adding rest and relaxation so you can really let your nervous system calm down before setting that and thinking about who you're becoming. A gratitude and spiritual alignment practice, reviewing what I call your sun goals, those 5 to 10 year goals, and then setting those new moon goals, those 1 to 3 year goals based on all that reflection that you've done. Here's the thing I want you to remember. Life can get hard and we all fall off track. You're human. It's okay. It's beautiful. What's important is how you get back up, how you stay intentional with living on your own terms no matter what. And I hope these reset routines can help you do that with more ease. As promised, if you want to see a realistic example of a morning routine that can help you reset for the day, be sure to watch this video right here of my realistic 5 a.m. morning routine that I teed up for you to watch next. And in the meantime, cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.